Hello, everyone. It's time for more of the Crimson Diamond. We are now at the point in the game where we've seen, I guess we've seen every room in the lodge now, barring some possible hidden rooms. I think I mentioned previously, I anticipate there might be some hidden rooms in this game, if it's anything like the Colonel's Bequest, but at least we've seen all the main rooms, at least the ones that are marked on this map that we fortuitously got near the beginning of the game. Since we've explored all the main rooms and talked to all of the characters, been introduced to all the characters, what I did do before making this video, I did play a little bit behind the scenes just to kind of get an idea of what to do next. I think basically, I'm assuming based on what I know of the Colonel's Bequest, a lot of the Colonel's Bequest was just going around looking for changes in the different locations. So in every act in the game, there were some, differences. And the simplest way to get through the game was just to keep talking to everyone. Just walk around until you'd find the different people and talk to them. Because usually talking to people would advance time. It would advance to the next stage in the game, and that appears to be the case here. Basically, this game also advances based on when you talk to all the people that you can talk to. What kind of made the difference between a good play and a bad playthrough of the game was finding other small differences. So I guess now that we've seen all the places in the game, we need to kind of be alert for little differences, little things that might have changed since we were here last. I'm not good at observing very small little differences like that, but I guess I'll try to notice them. I'm probably not going to do a very good playthrough the first time around because I'm playing this completely blind. I have no idea how the plot goes or what the puzzles in the game are. But anyway, one thing that I also noticed in checking out the game behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but I mean off video, not while I was recording video, is a couple things. One thing, I've been forgetting to check my notebook. So the notebook is, well, it's useful to check it now and then because it seems to note some things which I'm not sure are otherwise apparent to the player. So it's talking about different things we did. We got the lodge brochure you can type map to. The layout talks about it, checks off all the people we talked to. Notice it notes important sort of summaries of conversations that we've eavesdropped on. It even says go to dining room as it's kind of like a mission log. It's kind of like your mission roster if you're not sure what to do next. But one thing that I was not aware of, the drinking glass is apparently for listening at doors. Which makes sense because you can if you hold up a glass to a door, it kind of acts as a, not exactly a megaphone, but kind of a similar principle. Like it somehow amplifies the sound if you put the open part of the glass to the door and then put your ear to the closed part of the glass. I think it works that way. Isn't it like that? I'm pretty sure it's like that. I'm pretty sure it's not the other way around. I'm pretty sure you don't put the open part of the glass over your ear. It's the other way around, I think. Anyway, and it also says help Jack with the dishes. So that's cool. We'll do that later. One other thing that I realized I have been neglecting to do is I've not been looking at most of the characters. So I've been talking to the characters, which is well and good, but what I've been neglecting to do, and it's kind of shameful because this should be like the first thing you do in an adventure game, you should look at everything before you try to interact with it. Talking counts as an interaction, I guess. So I never looked at this guy. And the very first time that you look at characters in this game, you get this. You get a little portrait of them and a short biography of them. So I've been neglecting to do this. I think a lot of things in this game would have been clearer to me if I had done this when I'd first seen the characters. But what I've been doing mostly with the characters is just talking to them and not looking at them. So some of the questions that I had in previous videos, like who is this person, what's their relation to the other person, a lot of that would have been clearer if I had done this. For example, here it states very clearly that Nessa is this guy's sister. And I was wondering, is that like his wife, or maybe she had almost like the air of a divorced wife, like she was maybe his ex-wife or something, but no, that's his sister. So Evan Richards is a husky, weather-beaten man in his mid-60s. I like to say husky. That's a polite way of saying he's a bit Well, if you developed a rating scale to rate how much physical matter this gentleman has inside his body, he would get a very high rating. Let's put it that way. He owns Crimson Lodge, although his sister Nessa might have something to say about that. He seems gruff and bothered about having his wildlife idyll disturbed, which isn't that unusual considering he is a recluse. So, Evan is living over his dinner. So now when we say, oh, and he gives us this. Okay, Nathan's here as well. Nathan Cardinal is a tall, imposing man in his early 40s. He doesn't seem very talkative, and you get an impatient, perhaps even anxious air about him that he tries to conceal. Nathan is relaxing at the dining table. So, you get that the very first time you see people. You will not get that again. If I say, look at man again, it just gives me this. It tells me what they're doing. Evan's looking over dinner. Nathan's relaxing at the dining table. It will not tell you again that, it will not give you that portrait and that short biography again. So, I'm going to go around and try to do that with other people. We're supposed to help Jack with the dishes, which is in the room up to the north of here, so like through this door here. But I will do that later because I want to get to the other places first. Somebody mentioned, I was concerned about maybe timers in this game, missing out on things because of taking too long. Somebody mentioned on a previous video in a comment, Julia opted to not use timers in this game, which I very much appreciate. I generally dislike timers in games. There are some things that I really, really hate about computer games and video games or things that people do with video games. And one of them is put timers in. I like to take my time. I like to take as much time as I want to do things. I really hate having to hurry. I think probably the single biggest example, do I really want to get on a tangent here? I'll talk about this at the end. I'll talk about my single biggest sort of affrontation that I think I've ever seen in a computer game at the end. I don't want to get on a tangent here, but anyway. So I'm not going to worry about taking too long because hopefully there won't be any timers in the game. So I'm just going to explore. I'll leave the kitchen last, and I'll explore the other parts of the house to see what's changed and talk to other people and look at the other people there. One thing I will mention. You still can't go outside. If you try... Oh, I need to do OD, not open door. So Nancy says the same thing. It's still dark. She has no need to go outside right now. So I'm going to assume that at some point in time we will be able to go outside, but she's not going to do it now. So that's fine. We'll leave that for later. So if we come down here... I hear voices near this doorway. I wonder what they're talking about. Okay, so more eavesdropping is possible. So that's the bar down there. I think... I wonder what'll happen here if we try to eavesdrop here. You know what? Let me just save the game here. Eavesdrop opportunity. Let me just see if I can eavesdrop from here. I'm curious whether... what's his name? Ethan? Is it Ethan? I'm bad with names. It's either Ethan or Nathan, I think. And the other guy, I don't even remember his name. I wonder if they're going to get suspicious and say, "What are you doing?" If I try to eavesdrop from here. Let's try it. Okay, Mr. Richards and Nathan are here. Eavesdropping in their prison wouldn't be appropriate. That's fine. That's okay. Because we can just go down here and eavesdrop from here. Yep, we hear voices. Let's go ahead and eavesdrop. Who is speaking? It looks like there are 3 people here, but I don't know who's speaking, so I don't know what voice to use. This whiskey's not bad, surprisingly. Okay, this is Albert, the Belgian guy. It isn't the worst whiskey I've ever drunk. It's far from the best. My wife Gabrielle is... Oh, wait. This is... Okay, so that's that's Nessa, the guy's sister on the left in the green top, and that's the lawyer next to her. So I'm assuming that Nessa is not a lesbian and doesn't have a wife, and going to assume that this is the lawyer speaking. And actually, I think in the 1910s, 1920s, I don't think that same-sex marriage was actually a thing yet, so this must be the lawyer speaking, because I don't think that same-sex marriage would have been possible back then. So my wife Gabrielle is teetotal. No fun at all. I'm assuming this is Nessa. It's hard to tell because their backs are turned. I really can't tell. I'm going to assume this is Nessa speaking now. Ha! Sounds like a real barrel of laughs. You said she's a teacher? I'm going to assume this is the lawyer speaking now. Yes, she loves the little tots with their sticky fingers. I was basically Evan's mother while we were growing up. I've hated kids ever since. He was such a chubby little whiner. He loved Crimson. Then again, he didn't know any better. Whereas I remembered our real home back in England, Crimson couldn't compare. Oh, this woman is British. I need to give her a British accent. Have you any children, Albert? Certainly not. So, do you think there are really diamonds? Oh. Say, do you think there are really diamonds here? It would be very profitable. It would be a very profitable venture for everyone involved. How soon will you know? I cannot say, madam. Tomorrow morning I will begin my field work. My superiors wish me to be thorough. I may be here a while. Well, I hope you know sooner rather than later. I've never liked this place, and I have to watch that harlot fawn all over Evan. What's it to her? I mean, he's her brother. Or is she... Is this like a... I mean... I don't know. I don't personally have siblings. I'm an only child, so I don't know how it works with siblings. But I think that if your sibling has a, partner, like if they're dating somebody, you're supposed to be happy for them and not complain about a harlot. Like, you're not supposed to be possessive of your siblings. Unless they're in, like, an incestuous... Okay, never mind, forget it. It sickens me watching him get so easily manipulated by her. Oh, I guess she's worried about Fifi getting the... not Fifi... Margot, but Margot getting the diamonds. I think Nessa wants the diamonds. Then again, he's never been very bright. Good night, madam, Mr. Shaw. A note has been added to your notebook. Let's make a habit of reading the notebook just to see what's going on. I think a lot of these are just... Okay, Nessa and Evan didn't get along as kids. Yeah, well, Evan. Wait, Evan. Why do I think... I thought his name was Ethan or Nathan. It's neither. It's Evan. Gosh. Okay. So these people are here. So Albert took off, but we can still look at these. Let's see. So let's look at the guy here. Corvus Shaw is naturally dressed in black slacks and a striped vest with metal buttons. He seems like a very clever sort with quite a sharp tongue. You can see why he gets along with Nessa so well. Let's look at the lady. Nessa Crab. So somebody mentioned the spelling is simply an alternate spelling of crab. Like her name is pronounced crab. I don't know if that's meant to be a reference to a certain YouTuber whom some of you might know. When I saw that, I thought, is that meant to be a reference to a particular YouTuber who was known for... who actually prominently Let's Play The Colonel's Bequest. I think most of you know whom I'm talking about. Maybe it is. Nessa Crab is Evan Richards' older sister. She is a stern, matronly woman with a look of perpetual displeasure etched into her face. Back in the city, you've seen plenty of women just like her, well-to-do and disapproving. Nessa is sitting at the bar drinking a nightcap. All right, let's talk to these people. Let's talk to the guy. Can't I enjoy this drink in peace? Gosh. Gosh! Gosh, is that how it is, sir? Well, sir, you can go and get very copulated, sir. Good evening, Mrs. Crab. I'm trying to enjoy my drink, Miss Maple. And if I'm having a conversation with Mr. Shaw, leave us be. All right. Gosh. Such nice people. Such polite Canadians. Well, actually, they're not Canadians. She's British, and Corvus is, I don't know what he is. Maybe he's Canadian. All right, let's see. What do we have over here? So I don't see any changes here. I'm just kind of looking for little changes to see if there might be any changes. I'm noticing, actually, I just noticed now that that window appears to be cracked. There's a oh, it's a mirror. There's a crack in the mirror. You wonder how it got there. Move mirror. Look behind mirror. Break mirror. Okay. I wonder if the crack in the mirror is significant or if that's just total. I don't know. I probably shouldn't get hung up on tiny little details like that. I mean, sometimes details are important in these games, but sometimes they're just red herrings. So, the billiards room is over here. I don't see anything. I'm just looking for a little, for conspicuous things that might have changed, just to see if there's anything that might be different. So this door is closed. Let's see. Can we listen at door with glass? You don't hear words behind the study door even with the aid of drinking glass. Okay, so she is actually using the glass as a... Yeah, okay, so she is using the glass as a listening device. All right. Oh yeah, we still have that water in the mug. All right. So let's see. Is there anything that's changed in here? I don't see anything obvious. I apologize if this gets tedious, but I just want to kind of get an idea of how the game works, if the game kind of expects us to notice small changes in rooms that we've been in before, because the Colonel's bequest was like that. So I'm going to assume there's something kind of similar going on here. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned the brand of the soap that I was thinking of is Irish Spring. Thank you very much to the person who pointed that out. Irish Spring is that green-colored brand of soap that I had as a child. I mean, we had other soaps when I was a child as well, but Irish Spring was one brand that I remember us having. I was actually quite fond of Irish Spring. I liked the smell of it. So I don't see a lot that's different, and it's probably going to be tedious if I do this every time. But you know, the alternative is missing stuff. I don't want to miss stuff, so. Let's see, up here now, so this is the linen closet. Everything here seems as it was before. I mean, it's kind of a dilemma because I don't want to bore the audience with doing this like constantly, but I also don't want to miss anything. So it's kind of like, what if I someday miss something because I thought, yeah, I'm not gonna be thorough in checking every room every single time. This door is the servants' quarters. Okay, so this is where Albert is staying. Listen at door with glass. You don't hear voices about Albert's room with the aid of the drinking glass. You can barely discern some quiet noises if someone is shuffling papers at a desk. Oh, or perhaps Albert is... Oh, it's locked. Well, either Albert is shuffling papers or he's shuffling his what should I say? It's not exactly paper, is it? I mean, well, unless it's that thin. Maybe he has a very small and thin one, so it's like a sheet of paper. But anyway, let's see. So nothing here appears to have been changed. This is, what's this here? This is the guest bedroom number 2. Also not seeing any changes here. I'm going to get bored of doing this, and I think people are going to get bored of watching it. Let's see. In our room here, I don't see anything that's changed other than that Kimmy is now in bed. Kimmy's reading a bird book in bed. Talk to Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. Sorry, Nancy. I'm engrossed in this book about double-crested cormorants. Okay. We didn't get that picture and bio of Kimmy because I think I did that before. I think I did that when we started the game, and so I got that for her. But I did not get it for most of the other people in the game. I think the only other person I got it for is Jack. I think I did it for Kimmy and Jack, and that's all. Is that? Let me just quickly check the... This blue thing here, or whatever it is, doesn't look like a book. It looks like something else, but it's probably nothing important. Oh. Ooh la la. An ensuite bathroom. What a luxury. Margot is here. Yes, she is. Look at Margot. Margot is Evan Richards' paramour. Okay, so yeah, so there's obviously, I mean, I guess they're fairly openly in a relationship. I thought maybe there was like some kind of secret thing going on. Like maybe she's his mistress and he's married to someone else, but I guess he's single. I guess he's unmarried and this is his... What's a paramour? I mean, I know that it's like a lover, but I thought paramour is like a word. Hold on, let me look that up. What is a paramour? Because somehow I thought that was like a term for an illicit lover, like someone... Yeah, actually, Wiktionary says exactly that. An illicit lover, either male or female. So how is she illicit if... It's kind of funny that I literally said an illicit lover just before that definition came up on my screen. Kind of funny that I just happened to pick that exact wording. I swear I didn't read off Wiktionary. I just said that out of my head. But I understand this is like a mistress. So like this would make sense if he's married, but he doesn't seem to be married. Or is he? If he is, where's his wife? Like his wife doesn't seem to be in the picture. Again, I thought Nessa was his wife, but she's his sister. So how is this illicit if they're both single? Or I mean... they're not single if they're together. They're in a relationship with each other. But it's not like he's, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know the story here. Anyway, she is more glamorous than you expect to see in these parts. Margot has shining flaxen hair, fair skin, and full lips. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask and ivory lace dress. I don't think she is. It seemed like she was wearing a blue bath towel, and that's it. She seems sweet, but you've met charmers like her before. So I guess the idea here is that Margot is perched coquettishly on the side of the tub drawing a bath. She's wrapped in a blue towel. Yeah, she's not wearing a... Okay, that description of her wearing a dress and whatever, I guess that was based on the assumption that the player would be smart enough to look at her the first time you see her, when she was in the room, to the left there. And I was dumb enough to not look at her the first time, and so it told me that she's in a dress, even though she's actually in a towel. So kind of a bug in the game, but also kind of just me being dumb and not... Anyway, okay. So let's go ahead and talk to Margot.
Hello, Margot. Bonsoir, mademoiselle. Would you care to join me?
Oh. Oh, my.
Maybe if we were both a little younger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that so? Absolutely. But at this current water level and our current sizes, the water would overflow for sure. Ah, but of course.
Okay. All right. A little bit of, I was going to say fan service, but it's not exactly fan service, but it's kind of, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Hello, Margot. Oh, same conversation again. All right. Okay. All right. Well, Margot seems very, very okay with us walking in on her while she's in a bath towel. Just, I don't know why she's not in the tub. Why is she just like dipping her arm in the tub like that? She should be in the tub if she's going to take a bath. I guess so. Let's see. Now that Margot's not here, hold on. Now that Margot's not here, we can go through her stuff because she complained last time about. Okay, are all these doors locked? Okay, I can't open the. Can I say open left drawer? No. Okay. She locked her drawers, as would make sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense to lock your drawers when if you have private stuff there that you don't want other people to get into. All right, so I guess I've explored everything up here. I didn't really find anything noteworthy up here, but actually, let's open the let's go out on the balcony again, see if we can find anything on the balcony. In the Colonel's Bequest, of course, this was a prominent. You could prominently look down and see. People walking around outside sometimes at various points in the game. That doesn't appear to be happening here. Yeah, we're not seeing much here, are we? Jump from balcony. Doesn't accomplish anything. Well, you didn't try it, did you? You can't know whether it accomplished anything if you didn't try it. All right, I guess we've checked everything. I guess we've been to every room now. So let's go ahead and go to the kitchen and help Jack with the dishes. Let's see. East of the outside. Jack is washing dishes. Thanks for your thanks. Jack is here. It keeps mentioning that flypaper, but okay. So we'll get the flypaper tomorrow, I guess. All right, fine. I guess there's nothing in the icebox. Can I get the ice? I think I tried. No, I tried that last time. I tried getting the ice last time, and it said you lack the appropriate tool for that. All right, can we talk to Jack?
Hello, Jack.
Miss, I'm busy with these dishes. I can't talk right now. Help Jack with... Not wish. Be nice if you could just wish the dishes to get washed. Help Jack with dishes. You help Jack wash the dishes. Thanks, miss. Lots more dishes than usual.
Happy to help.
Now I gotta go see to Miss Crab and Mr. Shaw in the bar. Have to make sure they don't drink us dry. And of course I need to get Mr. Richards his hot toddy. He likes a soothing drink before bed. And I don't want to keep Margot waiting. Waiting for what, sir? Forget. Okay. Okay, Jack. I wonder whether he's joking. This seems kind of like. Well, I don't know. Game is auto-saved. Okay. Let's take a look at our notebook, see what we have in our notebook. It kind of seems like, eavesdrop on boudoir door. Oh my. Before we do that, let's just go ahead and open the cupboards again because get plates. Oh, well done. I took a plate. Can you look at the pipe? Pipe takes the water from the kitchen sink and drains it somewhere. You've never been clear on the details. Let's take the pipe. You're a mineralogist, not a plumber. All right. Not that cupboard. These cupboards. Sheesh. Can I open these cupboards? Yes, I can. Oh, this is the one with the glasses. All right. We looked inside this before. Let's see. Can I take a look in some of these drawers? Did I do this last time? I don't remember. I looked in so many drawers. Okay, do I need bits and bobs? Let's get some bits. Can I get some bobs? No. All right. Oh, there's a saucepan. I guess I missed this last time.
If I want to use this, I'll be doing it here in the kitchen. I like Jack's cooking too much to permanently deprive me of his saucepan.
I'm going to assume then that that means I can't take the saucepan with me. Let's see, what do we have here? We have a ceramic dinner plate glazed on the surface, and we have a metal saucepan with a wooden handle. If we look at them with the loop, it looks pretty old and dented, but still in good working order. All right, and there are fine scratches on the plate indicating it's been well used. Okay. All right. Open cupboard. Look in cupboard. I think I did this last time. Pots and pans. Look in top cupboard. Oh yeah, this is where we got the mug. All right. Get cupboard. Close cupboard. All right.
Oops, I almost left with this.
Before either of you return the saucepan to the cupboard. All right. Can't take the saucepan with us. I'm going to assume that Jack is getting busy with Margot in the going to a rendezvous. I'm going to assume that Jack is well, let's find out. Let's not make any assumptions. Let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe he just wants to help her with her French homework. That makes perfect sense. Let's not jump to any inappropriate conclusions about what's going on here. So.
I hear voices near this doorway. I wonder what they're talking about.
Eavesdrop. The stairs are too far from the door to hear them clearly. Because the door with an item that would help.
If I can't figure out what to use, maybe someone else would know.
Fortunately, we already figured that one out. Although I have to admit, I wouldn't have figured that out if I hadn't seen it in the notebook. I wouldn't have figured out that the glass is for doing this if the notebook hadn't told me so. With the help of the drinking glass, you can hear a conversation behind the boudoir door. Let's have a look.
Oh, monsieur, you are wonderfully helpful. I cannot thank you enough.
I do what I can.
Mon Dieu.
Sorry about that, but you know we gotta go slow. The pamphlet says so, right? I think this... I get the feeling this is going to turn out to be a completely innocent dialogue, but it's been sort of staged to seem not so innocent.
It does, most a pity, but I think it's working.
You hear some muffled cries. Shh, you gotta keep it down, especially tonight, so many ears around.
You are right, of course. This must remain a little secret.
The voices go silent for a little while. Alright, I think we're done here. I gotta skedaddle before Mr. Richards finishes his drink and comes to bed.
Of course, of course. Merci, Jacques. Your days and nights are so very long, just like other things about you, too.
You got that right. And I'm not done yet, having all these folks in the lodge. I gotta work that much harder.
I'm sure they will be gone soon. Everything will be back to normal.
I hope so.
Bonne nuit, Jacques.
Good night. Your footsteps coming towards the door. Thinking will you duck behind the big blue chest. Alright. After waiting a few minutes, Margot leaves in her boudoir and heads downstairs. You manage to sneak across the hall to your bedroom. What a long and intriguing night this has been. Outstanding. Fantastic detective work, Nancy. You're a natural. I'm assuming that's the game's rating. I'm assuming that means that I didn't miss anything yet.
Phew, I'm exhausted. What an interesting place this is. It's too bad Kimmy and I have to leave on the train tomorrow.
Later that night. Whoa. Chapter 2, Excursions.
Okay, Nancy, I'm all ready. Let's go. I wish we could stay here longer. It's such an interesting old place, and such intriguing folks. I know what you mean. I can see that you need a minute. I'll meet you at the front door. Thanks, Kimmy.
Kimmy walks very slowly. Wow.
What a peculiar place.
Game is autosaved. All right. Well, the game autosaved, but I'll do a manual save anyway. So, Chapter 2. I guess we'll stop here. This has been the Crimson Diamond. So, yeah, things are heating up. I mean, not heating up, but the plot is starting to develop. So we're getting into more, thicker plot territory now. So I said I was going to talk about one of the biggest pet peeves that I've ever, like one of the most audacious affronts that I've ever seen or heard about in any computer game. So, in my opinion, a very good game is Spelunky. Spelunky is a great game. It's one of the big classic sort of indie action arcade roguelike games of the past. How old is it now? How long has Spelunky been around? It's like more than 10 years old. It's kind of an older game now, but anyway. But Spelunky is a great game. Like I don't even want to think how many hours I've spent playing Spelunky. It's a great game. But the one thing about Spelunky that really annoys me, the one thing that I would change about it if I could, is the ghost. Those of you who've played Spelunky know that after, I think, about 2.5 minutes, when you're 2.5 minutes into a level, a ghost suddenly appears, and it's instant death. Like it's a one-touch death. No matter what state you're in, it always kills you instantly. So that's basically the game's way of saying, hurry up and get out of here. Don't dawdle too long. Hurry up and finish the level and don't take too long. That means your longest time in level is basically like 2.5 minutes. You can go longer if you can avoid the ghost. You can go a little bit longer, but the ghost is basically a way to kind of put time pressure on you. I hate that. The one thing that I would change about Spelunky, if I could, is get rid of the ghost and let players take as long as they want to finish levels. Why does there have to be a time pressure? Why does there have to be a rush? That really annoys me. And that in itself would, that would just be an annoyance to me. Like, I could live with that. But what I really found insulting, like I don't often get insulted, but I actually found this a bit insulting, was when Derek Yu, the guy behind Spelunky, said basically that he finds that a lot of games aren't fun. And he says that a lot of games aren't fun because they don't have time pressure. And he says a lot of games could be made more fun if people put things like, put mechanics into them like that to force the player to hurry up. I don't want to attack Derek Yu personally. I mean, as far as I can tell, he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad person, and I'm grateful to him for he's made some good games, and I'm not, I don't want to attack him as a person, but to me that was kind of insulting for him to say that other people should put things like that in their games to force the player to hurry up. I hate having to hurry. I hate having to rush through any part of a game. I like being able to take my time to be able to do things at my own pace. And the idea that players should be forced to hurry up is, again, to me, it was insulting. I mean, Derek can do what he wants with his own game. It's his game. He can do that if he wants with his own game. But for him to tell other game designers that they should do that with their games, and that he thinks games are not fun if there's no time pressure in them, if the game doesn't force you to hurry, that actually genuinely upset me. And there are not a lot of things that upset me in video games, but that's one thing that upset me. Anyway, so I appreciate that Julia made the choice to allow players to take their time in this game, in the Crimson Diamond, and basically you can take as long as you want. So I'm assuming there's no time pressure. I'm assuming that there's no need to rush through anything. I'm assuming that you can take your time to explore different places and think about things and talk to people and just, relax and enjoy the scenery and the little things that you can do, like being able to sit on every chair in the game. So, this has been another episode of the Crimson Diamond. We're now into, like I said, we're into deeper plot territory. So next time we'll find out what happens in Act 2 of the game. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye for now.